As someone who flat ironed his hair for 9 straight years so that I can have that fringe, that signature emo fringe, I find that highly offensive.
Please give your seat up to this man on the bus. He is a hero.
Is Fall Out Boy emo?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No. Fall Out Boy falls into the same realm of what many emo kids were listening to back in the early to mid 2000s, but it is not emo, it's more pop punk. Emo should evoke more of a strong emotion, whether that's sadness or anger, and Fall Out Boy simply does not do that.
That's like fully a subjective claim, right? Like you being like, oh, it doesn't evoke like an emotion. I've cried listening to Fall Out Boy for sure.
Really? Can you name a lyric that made you cry?
Yeah.
Which one?
The idea of a loaded God complex, cock it and pull it.
Oh, really?
I'm thinking about it right now and I might.
Was it the word cock? Did that scare you?
That's totally not what it is.
What emo is about specific emotional traumas of stunted men.
It's pretty specific to me. I haven't ever thought of a god complex being a gun before. And that's really cool.
I don't think emo means
Guns are
metaphors.
cool. Cock it and pull it.
Is that confessional?
He's getting choked up. Do you see
Yeah,
that?
oh, that's
literally
true.
like halfway through the
Wow.
lyric, he's like,
So
he's
sad.
having a hard time.
It's basic sophomore year essays at art school. What I'm looking for is specifics. What was her name? What was her complex? Which highway did you feel it on? Where were you going? What was the liquor you were drinking? What was the overpass
What was
you
the
threw
liquor
it?
I
What,
was
you know,
drinking?
was
What liquor?
Or Sugar and I going down swinging. Yes, there's a specificity.
Her
That's
name.
a specificity.
Sugar.
Sugar.
Where are we? Down.
Going down, heading that way.
What are we doing?
Swinging.
Have you listened to a current Fall Out Boy album? Unfortunately, I have.
Oh,
and
God.
while they did have their roots in the pop punk emo movement, if you listen to it now, what they really truly yearn for is to be an arena rock band a la Maroon 5. They want to take off their shirts, show their newly branded tattoos, and have moms buy their albums in Starbucks.
I don't acknowledge that there is a Fall Out Boy after 2006, maybe 2007.
Wait, so you're saying that you don't even want to consider
No.
Fall Out Boy beyond 2006?
I think beyond 2006 falls outside of the scope of the conversation.
I do as well.
Really? I thought we were talking about Fall Out Boy, not Fall Out Boy.
There's sort of an
pre-
implied asterisk, and it's like the time when Fall Out Boy was actually really relevant to the cultural conversation.
They're even more relevant now if you want to look at numbers and statistics in the mainstream.
Back in 2005, like everybody was talking about the idea of, you know, going down swinging with Sugar or whatever.
Right. I couldn't walk down the street and everyone would be like, "How's your sugar?" And I going down,
down,
swinging.
I don't think anyone even knows what they meant by that. Do you?
And that's why we were talking about it.
But
it
it's
stirs
about
something up.
the intention in your heart. If you're secretly wishing to be in the Dave Matthews Band this whole time, what does it matter if Sugar has gone down swinging? When your ultimate goal is to make stay-at-home moms come while they're at the hair salon, flipping through Lucky, looking for next year's looks, and you're listening to Fall Out Boy with all your boys.
You have this idea that like emo is sort of resistant to sexuality. There's a whole sort of subgenre on YouTube of, you know, emo boys making out. That was really sort of important for me as a formative experience. And you saying, oh, you know, Fall Out Boy just wants to make moms come in supermarkets. To me, I'm saying, absolutely.
Is this a common phenomenon that moms go to supermarkets and sort of listen to Fall Out Boy and just sort of like come together?
Well, when it plays on the loudspeakers and
Yeah.
you're in the frozen section and you have the cold air going up your skirt and you walk into the other aisle and then the warm air finally goes up your skirt, that combination along with Fall Out Boy playing along the loudspeakers.
time.
It's a cold front hitting a warm front.
It's like its own ecosystem.
Yes.
Look at me. No one needs Fall Out Boy to be emo more than me. You don't get this haircut without learning every lyric to Paramore's album, hoping the Zoomies manager will look at you and notice you. But here's the thing. Emo is not about getting anyone to notice you. They honestly don't really care about women. What they care about is murdering them in car crashes, swinging at them in the pit. As we see in future Fall Out Boy, they stop talking about hurting women and start talking about getting their groove on.
Like you did say swinging. right? That to me immediately registered as like, hi, Fall Out Boy loves swinging.
Your argument is so weak that you're finding specific words to latch on to rather than concepts.
I'm like using
It's
data to like
using
build an
data.
argument.
When my girlfriend says she's going out swinging, she's like, just gonna go listen to Fall Out Boy.
Yeah.
So
I would say Pete Wentz is the most emo thing about Fall Out Boy. His look, 1/4 of the band, that's as emo as they ever got. And that just doesn't do it. If you're not over 50% emo, you can't even consider them in the same realm.
wait, so if I'm just a quarter Asian, that doesn't make me Asian? That doesn't sound really good on you, man.
It's a little different when you're born with it rather than it being a state of mind.
You don't get to be the like dictator of oh, you're emo, you're not emo.
You guys are trying to create this pure emo race.
You are not emo, you are emo. Okay, thank you, Captain. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like
thanks, Captain.
Thanks, Captain. Like
I don't want to get into that territory.
No, thank
of,
you,
like,
right?
I don't want to say, Adolf. Like that, I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it.
We don't wanna go there.
But I don't want to go
That's
there.
not what
and
we
like
want.
I don't want to say that you guys are like kind of starting a new world war. I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that you guys are like anti-emotic.
they really were emo, and they were teaching kids how to be emo and how to express themselves.
What did they teach?
Classes.
What did you learn?
Haircut can be bangs.
Your haircut can be bangs, that's okay. Eyeliner.
You learned about eyeliner from Fall Out Boy?
I learned that boys could wear eyeliner, and that's a huge thing in emo culture.
You know what? Let's clarify this for all the viewers. All people say that I wear eyeliner. I don't, and people have been saying it since 5th grade.
I'm actually kind of disappointed because it looks good and I thought
looks
you were like
really
at the
good.
forefront
Yeah.
of a movement.
My eyelashes are very long.
It looks
That's
great.
amazing.
That's a good look.
People pay for that.
Actually, I feel like, thank you guys.
Yeah.
Nice, that's really nice. That actually makes me feel really good. Nah. Now I'm emo. Let's see if you can read. Not to put you
Oh,
on
this
the
is a
spot.
test for us. You're being patronized right now. How does it feel?
There's nothing more emo than having men patronize me about my opinions, so touche. Say my name and his in the same breath. I dare you to say they taste the same.
Is this talking about sperm?
A big thing about being emo is men who are mostly or exclusively straight doing sort of like queer suggestive lyrics, including the
When the hell
eyeliner.
has that ever been part of the discussion?
I'm telling you, that's my own personal sort of a relationship with emo. Is emo men being like, yeah, maybe I like men. Nah, but maybe.
Let's read some more lyrics from Fall Out Boy.
I had one in mind. Thanks for the memories. Even if they weren't so good.
Was that a
that a greeting card?
Were you writing in someone's yearbook?
You would write that in someone's yearbook? That's what you would write in someone's yearbook if you had no friends and were just like, you know what, I hate the world. Thanks for the memories, even if they weren't so good.
I attended a
That's
dog marriage a few months ago, and that was
Congratulations.
literally on the marquee under Mr. Buttons and Snacks' cake.
That's a sad wedding.
I'm kind of like the authority on what emo is, and I can prove it to you guys. This is a picture of me in high school where I listened to Fall Out Boy. So,
Wow.
You mean you look exactly like you do now?
no, I have different hair.
You're
The
just
bangs
well,
go in a different direction.
I don't see any skunk stripes in there. I don't see a suggestive Hot Topic collar. I don't see a stolen Bayside t-shirt. Like, what are we working with?
As someone who flat ironed his hair for 9 straight years, even going as far as having my scalp chemically burned multiple times just so I could have straighter hair so that I can have that fringe, that signature emo fringe, I find that highly offensive.
Please give your seat up to this man on the bus. He is a hero.
So just because you've evolved from that to e-boy doesn't really mean
E-boy?
anything.
I'm not an e-boy.
You got the middle part going, don't you?
I would say it's slightly
Nah.
slightly askew.
I'm not an e-boy. Sorry, I have a little tick.
Everyone knows that lead singer of Fall Out Boy's Patrick Stump got married to his high school sweetheart. As a formerly basic person from Long Island, I would like to speak on behalf of all boring heterosexual people that that's the dream. Marrying your high school sweetheart, never having to open a J-Date account. This is ultimate happiness.
I think there is something really, actually, that can be really sad about achieving your dream.
You know, I think we're not addressing the elephant in the room, or should I say, giant ding dong in the room. As we all know, Pete Wentz's
Excuse me?
dick went
Okay,
viral in the early 2000s, where we learned about manscaping and what you can get away with on your MySpace front page. As someone who had spent a lot of time considering that photograph, there is no way that that man has a single sad thought for his entire life.
When you are hung like a goddamn rhinoceros, there is no way a single ounce of sadness could ever infiltrate through your hard skin.
It's medically proven.
Can I see?
See it?
It's really good.
Wow.
It's really, really good.
That's actually
Would
pretty
you be
crazy.
sad?
I would be less sad.
Oh my God, he really was doing it a lot, actually. There are multiple.
Is this Pete Wentz? No, it's not him.
That's not him.
Pretty good, man. What's going on here?
Oh, he really loved showing it.
Look at the happiness in his eyes.
I've never had someone show me the brain without a look of glee in their face.
When you're depressed, often there's ways that it doesn't show up.
It's true, but when you go deeper underneath that surface, was there a gigantic schlong? It just keeps going. It's like those party noisemakers. It just woo.
Like a
all the
never-ending
way.
gobstopper, but of dick.
That could be a burden. Oh, I have to be the hot one with the gigantic cock, you know?
That does sound like a burden.
Yeah, thank you.
Skinny jeans aren't just for big penis men, too, so.
That's true. Skinny jeans aren't for one size.
I'm glad that we can agree on that.
Yes.
We can all agree on
Anybody
that.
can wear skinny jeans.
Yes.
I think, and that's awesome, actually, about
I
skinny
think it's
jeans.
really cool.
I think that's really amazing.
Yeah.
Ashley Simpson was emo.
I'm sorry.
She was not
She's
emo.
of the Simpson
Pieces of
family.
me.
On a Monday, I'm waiting. On a Tuesday, I am
Fading.
By Wednesday, I can't sleep.